I mean, it's come from Silent Wolf on through the new players, Cal Cyrox, of course, KJH. I think they're really pushing the limits of Fox, Pax Money, and I think we're close to seeing peak human potential of Fox, which I think will be truly the most overpowered character in any fighting game.
I mean, he just has a level of dominance over every character in the game. It's just completely unprecedented.
And then when you add in the near task levels of execution that some of the Foxes today are showing, he's quite a fearsome competitor.
I mean, if you just look at the big tournaments of last year, most of them were won by Fox, you know? Like, there wasn't really any other character capable of beating Fox.
But in the meantime, Rustin's still resisting 20XX and bringing a strong Peach showing.
Not to say that Peach doesn't require a lot of technical proficiency. Rustin messed up slightly on his first stock and did suicide, but he was able to capitalize on a recovery mistake by RK to even it up.
I think it's telling that RK strikes to Dreamland. Isn't really worried about it as a counter pick.
He's probably more worried about the chain grabs on Final Destination.
Ooh, those are not fun to deal with.
You can see the very calculated laser shooting by RK there.
Right, if he oversteps, if he's not careful, he could eat a lot of damage for a misplaced laser.
It's true.
Oh, excellent punish. Up throw, nair to double jump back air. It's a strong combo.
Rustin's quite a creative Peach. You know, he's always coming up with new things that, you know, you might not see elsewhere.
Right. Meanwhile, Dane RK Eggplant Think is just moving. He's really cooking with this Fox.
His tech skill is really impressive. It's definitely on point today.
His tech skill is immaculate. Misses the turnaround shine, but still manages to turn it into an offensive situation with a quick nair.
Oh. Slight misspacing by Rustin
the lay
there.
of the land of this match has changed. Down to the last stock for this one. It's really coming down to the wire with these two.
Again, strong laser usage, but you can see he slightly misspaced the lasers and he ate a dash attack there, but luckily was able to use his DI not to have that be a combo starter for Rustin.
He's going to have to be more and more wary of Fox up smash as his percent goes higher and higher.
Yeah, it's not a particularly strong move at low percent. It doesn't really lead to many follow-ups, but at high percent, it does send the Peach pretty high and could be used as a kill move.
He got spun on.
So you think we'll see a Final Destination counter pick for the strong Peach chain grab versus Fox? Yeah. It's instant counter pick. It's really smart for Arcade to open up by using the lasers.
75% punish.
I think that, oh, I don't think that RK needed to leave the ledge for that. I think he could have just rolled up and Rustin was too low to grab.
There's definitely less zoning in this game too. They're getting right down to business, exchanging blows.
I really like the forward smashes that RK was doing at the ledge.
Pulled that grab out of him.
Even though they weren't hitting, you know, they were putting a lot of psychological
Fox's
pressure
tail
on
was
Rustin.
dangling in front of Peach's face like car keys, and Rustin just scooped at him. And that's when the trap was sprung. And now it looks like Dane's in a good position to run away with this match.
Rustin's certainly having trouble keeping up with his movement.
Did you
See, you could see that was a classic example of the multi-shines intimidated Rustin. So when he tried to get off the ledge, you know, he wasn't quite perfect, and he got hit by the forward smash there. The psychological damage from the multi-shines was evident.
I mean, at the end of the day, a Fox is only as good as his tech skill, or her tech skill.
Yeah, girls can play Fox too.
And there is no better way to demonstrate the hours and hours you have spent mastering Fox McCloud than putting on a fireworks display of multi-shot, or doing the Peach Infinite casually in the middle of a match. That's pretty cool. All right.
Up air is not quite going to kill yet, but things are looking grim for Rustin on his counter pick.
Yeah.
Strong crouch cancel on the Peach up B, and there's a 3-1 stock lead for Arcade.
Rustin's definitely having difficulty hitting Dane or doing any sort of damage to him. And that's the first thing he has to remedy if he wants to come back in this set.
Yeah. Hitting your opponent is a pretty strong strategy. Oh, unfortunate. Misses the forward air edge guard and ultimately pays for it with his stock, and now Rustin's down 2-0. You know, you never want to go down 2-0. It's a big psychological edge for your opponent.
Well, I mean, if you go down, when you're at 2-0, there's only one game left until the set could potentially be over, and you just don't really want to take that risk. It's much better to have a game or two to give away so you can still gather more information.
Exactly. Now Rustin, you know, like he has to hope that he can just take 3 in a row. He has no more, you know, free games to give away. Oh, good roll up by Arcade this time. Interesting use of the Peach forward tilt, not a particularly common move.
I wonder if Rustin gets help from Blade-wise in this matchup.
I mean, they're from the same region. I'm sure they play together all the time.
Yeah. He's definitely just having trouble dealing with Fox's oppressive mobility.
If there's one thing that Fox is known for, it's his movement tech skill.
Lightning
And Dane is
movement.
taking full advantage of that.
Ooh. Ledge dash up smash. That was a statement. That's what that was.
Saying, I've got these ledge dashes. You better be afraid.
A polite welcome to Canada.
I mean, Rustin's got to have, like, he's got to be shaking in his boots, you know? He's got no more games to give, and he's behind a stock.
Strong 60% from Dane.
Amazing snipe with the turn up there by Rustin.
You can see conflicting emotions and look across the crowd. The Washington people obviously cheering for their boy, and the local Vancouverites looking a little slack-jawed and disinterested either way.
Oh, strong combo by Rustin there with the parasol. Unfortunately, does not lead to anything.
This is the Rustin we wanted to see from game one. These explosive punishes, instant adaptation, immaculate spacing. I think if he can keep this up, he'll have a good shot of coming back.
He just needs to keep it up. He can't, you know, get content with playing like he did in the first 2 games. Nice back air.
Well-spaced bear to take the stock. Thing is, even if Rustin wins this match, it becomes Dane's counter pick, and you know what that means.
I mean, Rustin will have to play on a bad stage.
Means we're going to Yoshi's story.
Perhaps we'll see a Fox Ditto on Yoshi's story. Rustin known for having a Fox secondary.
Could this be the chink in Dane's armor? Is this what Rustin needs to mount this comeback? It's quite an opportunity. If there's one thing I know about Melee, it is that it is a momentum-based game, and the momentum is full in Rustin's corner right now.
It's true. Even though he's down 2-1, he did just win the last game.
Never mind, this matchup's unwinnable. As soon as Peach gets up in the air, it's just, one thing leads to another, and the Fox never lets you breathe.
Very hard for Peach to get down.
Anchovy, a particular Peach from Olympia, actually thinks this matchup is even, which is really interesting because Anchovy has PR wins on Washington Foxes.
It's true. On Shoyo, I believe. And, you know, I think that says a lot, you know, his personal experience. There's greater reflections on the matchup as a whole.
And this is why I've always felt that Bowser beats Fox on Yoshi's story.
Yeah, you have a lot of experience beating Fox players on Yoshi's story, so that makes sense. The cliff unfortunately stops Rustin from getting an edge guard there. Bold move by Rustin to go down in the cliff, but Dane's tech skill is just too good.
It was a gamble that definitely did not pay off for him, Kayla. I think Rustin's gone back to his old ways.
That was an amazing read by Rustin.
This is definitely not the caliber of play that got him that victory last game.
It's true. He's lost his momentum, you know?
It's true. It's true. The momentum is all behind Dane right now, and he is going to furiously thrust it into victory.
Very smart laser game by Arcade, unsailing his moves. And that was some good up smash shield pressure. You know, it didn't hit him, but it did lower his shield strength so that potentially he might be able to get a shield poke later. The 3-1 stock lead. Arcade looks poised to take this set from Rustin.
Have you ever noticed that when Fox players successfully multi-shine, the fine hairs on the back of their necks actually prick up? And it's a way of making them look bigger and more intimidating, actually.
That makes sense. That's why there's, you know, such a psychological edge involved with multi-shining.
It's true.
I'm not a Fox player, so I wouldn't know, but that sounds believable to me. Oh, goodness. Rustin's taking Dane for a trip on the golf course.
Yeah, I often find Fox players, after getting three clean double laser blasts in a row and establishing that zoning, you begin to hear a low purr from their more guttural area. Because there's nothing more satisfying than just reminding all the floaty players that you are Fox McCloud.
I mean, it's an
You are the
act of
best character in
dominance
the
for
game.
sure.
You are the fastest character. You have the highest kill potential. But even without all that, they still have no answer to your amazing projectile.
It's true. Oh. Big combo starter by Rustin there, but he's got to watch out not to get hit.